Yeah, is it possible? You take it by every by basic like something like this.
We should do people one part.
Hurry up, oh. Hello. Can we go live now? Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Ẹ dẹ́rù bàyà rẹ̀. Ọ̀rọ̀ yín bí mi. FG. Okay, welcome to today's studio section. I am the host of today's section. My name is Israel Degede. And in the studio with me, we have Mr. Joshua Oversee and also our mommy, Mrs. Adebisi Felicia Mustafa. Welcome, ma.
Thank you. God
Yes,
bless
ma.
you.
So our topic is addiction and recovery. So in today's topic, we'll talk more about addiction. And foremost, I'll start with this the statement of Adolf Hitler and also Napoleon Hill at the point. So Adolf Hitler made a statement that from the age 0 to 7, every child is being built. So, mommy, in respect to that question or that statement that from age 0 to 7, a child is being built. Now, what do you have to say about that statement?
Well, first of all, thank you very much. The first thing I want to say is that that is a very correct statement. Between age 0 to 7, in the developmental stages of children, we have what we call the infant, the toddler, and then the child begins to grow. And at the age of 0, the child's brain, like it is said by the psychologists, is at what we call tabula rasa, pure, clean, empty. But as soon as a child is born, the environment begins to plant things in the child's brain. And as they are planted in the child's brain, they form what he grows with. So a child by age 7 has gained all and has developed all that he or she needs to build on to live in life. If a child grows in a very hostile society or environment,
Yes, ma'am.
she develops that hostility throughout life, and he or she is never able to share love. If that child grows in a very loving environment, no matter what happens, she becomes loving and she's able to share love. So the age of 0 to 7 is very critical in every child's life, and parents should be very, very aware of it and should mind what is planted in the child's brain, because what that child will become tomorrow is determined between age 0 and 7. After age 7, there's hardly anything anybody can do to revert revert back or reverse back what a child has learned. He has developed the potentials that will carry him or her throughout life.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So, Mr. Joshua, concerning that statement, what do you have to say?
Our mommy has done justice to it. Just that also just an addition from age 0 to 7, like she mentioned, is the time of infancy. And you see, that period is a period where you can design and build the consciousness of the child, build the personality of the child. because that's the period before the period where the child starts having what we call critical thinking, where the child starts growing psychologically, start growing physically, start having different strengths of growth. And in that period, if you're able to impute some certain level of knowledge, regardless of whatever the child becomes in the future, that knowledge is there. The knowledge itself will help the child to even weather the storm of the points of adolescence. So the point of 0 to 7 is actually a point of openness, a point where if you are a serious person, you find it easy to put in that child what the child needs for the future, and that will determine the personality that the child will start developing as the child grows. So that's my take on that.
Well, thank you so much, sir. Mommy made a statement, and in that statement, she talked about how that after age 7, the child no longer takes in any other thing. He grows with what is already there. It's just like already what is inbuilt by default. So, ma'am, after age 7, and we have a child that is addicted to a particular habit. Now, how do we tend to, bring that child out of that addiction?
In life
Yeah.
may have been planted in his or her life because of the personality development that has taken place. So, what one should do is what you do with a child between age 0 and 7, and if later in life a child becomes addicted, we can trace it back to the things that happen in such a child's life between age 0 and 7. For example, if a child suffered shame between age 0 and 7, you know, shame of any kind, maybe she bedwets or he bedwet, and then they call the whole family, hey, oya clap to something, because she wants to do a thing that without low self-esteem. She never grows up with confidence. Yes. She's always, we think she's shy, but it's not being shy, it is having a low self-esteem. So, and people with low self-esteem can easily become addicted to one thing or the other. If a child also suffers brutality, he can become very brutal, and then with that he can look for things to enhance brutality in him, like drugs and other things, and he becomes addicted to it. So that is the effect of
Carried by predecessor into a child. Now, despite this, there's still need for contact. No matter how a child's father was a smoker, right? Yeah. If the child is giving birth to, if the child did not see the father smoking in that period, it will take a long time before such can come up. So first, the source needs to be checked. Now, after checking the source, then we now start checking other variables, like mommy earlier mentioned, variables of other emotional states of the child. Now, like Carl Jung said, he said most time addiction happens because of a feeling of an emptiness that needs to be felt, to be filled. Now, based on that feeling of emptiness, the child feels there's a particular space open, and the child cannot cover for that space.
Life, how they were broke. They came out from broke family. They were like, in fact, nothing. But then over time, they were addicted to a particular kind of